Welcome back to the show, man. But you already know what that show is, the Back Porch Show with your man Fonz.
And me. Come on.
Hey, you good, man?
Yeah, great.
I see your Steelers logo a little crooked back there, but I ain't,
Well,
I ain't gonna do you dirty like that.
we ought to be cricket a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
anyway, I ain't gonna do you like that.
anyway, let me see.
But thank y'all for watching the show. And listen,
Well,
if you're watching, oh, she crooked. Your camera crooked and she crooked one now. I think it's feeling the weight of anyway. Thank y'all for coming back and watching the show, man. Listen, if our content is good for you and you like what we're doing here, and if you want to just help support this channel, please hit the subscribe button because y'all are watching but not subscribing. We need those subscriptions so we can get up there and our content can go out to the masses. All right, so you already know that this is football, sports show, and everything, but we got to shift gears a little bit. So last week, we had a situation happen last week with Marshawn Kneeland where he took his own life, and uh, that's tough. First of all, it started with a police pursuit, and then he crashed, and it was like during the pursuit. It was a brief chase, but during it, that's when they found out that he was having a crisis. Basically, he was in crisis. He sent a goodbye group text to his loved ones, and his girlfriend Catalina Mancera also contacted police saying that he was armed and had a history of mental illness, and said he would quote end it all. His body was discovered inside a portable restroom, aka a porta potty, near the crash site close to the Cowboys team headquarters.
Mm.
Uh, so his family got questions. Members of his family has publicly questioned the official account of his death, finding it out of character for the kind-hearted and non-violent person they knew. His cousin Jasmine Kneeland was quoted saying, "I truly think they offed him. I truly do." Adding, "Something made him really scared and he ran." So let's kind of break all this down. So the fact that the consensus is saying that this was a mental health issue. Now, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not even going to pontificate. I'm going to shoot this one straight from the hip. And I'm talking to fellas, ladies, lottie dottie, and everybody. Your mental health is wealth. I don't care how much liquid assets you accumulate in your lifetime. If your mental health is not on par, then we're going to have some issues. We can't continue faking it. And what I'm saying to y'all, I'm saying to myself. We cannot continue faking it, man. Like this brother here, just going by the sources from the news and stuff. Everybody knows you can't really take news seriously. Da 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 da. But as somebody who has worked in the mental health field, it is okay to say something ain't right. It's okay to seek help. There's numbers, there's hotlines, there's everything available for us to seek that help. This story is incredibly sad to me because 24 years old, didn't really have an opportunity to really live life. Um, but just a little background: he was a talented player. He was drafted by the Cowboys, of course, but he lost his mom in February 2024 while he was preparing for the NFL Combine. Loss he carried as his motivation, often wearing her ashes in a necklace. For somebody who lost somebody that was really close, like I had to put on a good face, if that makes sense. Yeah, I grieved, I cried, wondered, I bargained, I went through all the grief. I'm still grieving to this day. It's been almost 3 years. Matter of fact, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, it'll be 3 years. And I really feel like, and I'm just speculating. I really feel like that losing his mom triggered some things, and I think it went unchecked. Again, I only know him from seeing him on TV and reading about it online and everything, so I don't know him personally. But this is just me sharing my opinion, so you can take it with a grain of salt. But I mean, you feel free to chime in on this one, because one thing I don't like to see is somebody young. I don't like seeing nobody taking that dark path when taking their own life. I don't like to hear about it. I don't like to see it. And honestly, I struggle with even doing this video today because, again, like I said at the top, mental health is wealth. Physical health, yes, that is the ultimate source of your health. But your mental, we have to realize that this here controls all this. And if this is messed up 9 times out of 10, a lot of this is going to be messed up too. That's why they say stress is the silent killer, because it'll take you out. Just a moment of transparency. Like, I had to reorganize some things in my life because I started feeling anxiety, and I was like, no, I can't do this, because I don't even wish that on my worst enemy. And I don't have a lot of enemies. I don't think I have any enemies anyway. But I wouldn't, even if I had enemies, I would not wish unchecked, undiagnosed, untreated mental health issues on them. But you can take over.
Yeah, and I guess I kind of understand what was going through Neelan's head, um, being black, um, and even with me being pulled over sometimes running the roadblocks. I mean, I don't even be doing that, and I have anxiety being pulled over by the police officers being black, but also being a Cowboys player. Um, I could definitely understand, some of that hurt that he may have been going through being 3-5-1. No. But anyways,
Mm-mm.
anyways,
Hold up.
on the serious
I ain't did this in a long time.
anyway, on
I'm
the
sorry,
serious
y'all. I am sorry. Look, go finish your thought.
on the serious note, oh, uh, like Fawn said, it is important to you know what, you just never know what people are going through. Honestly, um, no matter how much money you may make, how successful you may be, um, people's mental is something that may not be in a good place, and you may look at them and say, how, man, you got this, you got that. Like for him, you're a professional athlete, you made it to the biggest stage in them all, playing with some of the best of the best, making some good money. You just scored your first touchdown, I think, that following that past Sunday. um you know but you just never know people's stories and what they may be going through. Now, despite that, he is a Cowboy fan, and that may have caused him to be depressed, trying to find ways to win. But it had to be some early life tragedies that happened, or just some personal things that was going on in his life that we may not know about. that may have did it. Now, do I put it past that the officers may have offed them? Maybe so. I mean, the news is built to tell us what they want us to know,
Right.
and narratives do change. So who's to say? Officers may, I mean, officers may had offed them and killed them like they do everybody else, and made up some type of story or something like that. But it is very sad to see what 24-year-old guy
24.
um not be here anymore, after just probably making one of his biggest dreams come true. Um, but that's why, like Fawn said, man, it's very important that you acknowledge where you are. I guess for me, um, I'm very, I would say I'm very superb at my own mistakes or knowing where I am mentally. And so I know sometimes we be in denial as human beings of where we are and how we thinking and stuff like that. But it's important that you either ask for help, look for help, talk about it, whatever you got to do to be able to release and express yourself in a manner where, you won't feel so bound up, because
Right.
that's really what it is. People, I know for a guy like me, man, I think a lot. My mind is constantly going about a lot of things. And so it's important that we recognize where our mental state is, whether we're being having anxiety, whether we have low self-esteem, whether, you're going through some grieving, um, you know, trying to recognize where you are. That way you can better help yourself and better help your loved ones, because they're the ones that's really going to be hurt if something was to happen to you or you decide to do something to yourself. Um, so you know, it's definitely help out there for everyone. I believe, anyways. I mean, that's easier said than done in some people's cases. Um, but it's important that we reach out, and even us as loved ones, brothers, sisters, immediate family, to always make sure that we check up on one another. Because like you said, man, you just never know what somebody's going through,
Right.
and what that conversation may spark. What I mean, you may help that person. They might just be finna off themselves, and you have that conversation to call them and check up on them and see how they doing. May have some good laughs, and they may change their mind. They may think they can make it. So it's
Mhm.
important that we also check up on one another. Even the simplest conversations, man, can save a life. And so, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody, just check on your people.
yeah,
Check on your people in your circle, outside of your circle, people you like, people you don't like, because you never know. You never know that it could have been your assignment to just talk to them.
right.
People, you know, like I'm a church kid. I grew up in church
Church.
and church. And when
Mhm.
you think about think about ministry, you know what I'm saying. People feel like it's always standing in front of the congregation in a pulpit, hollering and sweating. That
Ah,
is not necessarily
come
that's
on,
not necessarily the case. Sometimes
don't leave, man. My bad.
sometimes it's a kind word to somebody that could save their life, literally.
Hmm.
It's a laugh or a joke or something. Just be there for one another. We're living in a climate that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right, right.
We don't know what's going to happen 3 years from now. So we got to check on each other. Just be there for each other. We got to put away our selfish ways.
Right.
Just because it's not in my house don't mean it don't matter to me. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, as people, as human beings with that claim to have human decency,
Mm-hmm.
check on your people.
Yeah, man. Yep. For
Yeah,
sure.
that's all I got because I could talk about this all night. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But in the comments, let us know what you're thinking. Let us know how what it is. And if you want to chop it up, we'll chop it up with you. It's no problem. We're not too big and high and mighty that we can't chop it up with you.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you're on Facebook, just join our group, Back Porch Show, or the Back Porch on Facebook. And inbox me or whatever, however you want to do it. And we can chop it up for real. Because at the end of the day, especially our men, because we got a lot on our shoulders as it is.
Mm.
We sometimes, and I ain't trying to be that guy, but I gotta say it like I feel it. When we go out in the morning to go to work or wherever we go, 99% of the time there's a target on our back. We're not allowed to have vulnerable moments because we got to be masculine and we got to have no emotion, got to be stoic about everything. Bruh, it's okay to exhale. It really is. Try it sometime. I can guarantee you will feel a whole lot better.
Whole lot better.
And I used to be, I was that guy that 100% mandacity. I ain't what cry for what until I really was put in a situation where I had to shed tears because my mental capacity could not take it anymore. And then when your body start hurting and you getting sick for no reason, having to go to the ER and stuff because you got different ailments because like I said before, your mental health is predicated on your physical health and
Mm-hmm.
vice versa.
And vice versa.
And all that. So in the comments, let us know, man. And for real, if you really want to join a group of guys and ladies and everything that's really concerned, like in our Facebook group, we are family. That's just what it is. We are a family, and that's how we get down. We are our brother's keeper and sister. Can't forget about you ladies, because y'all got a lot going on too. You know what I'm saying? The least protected. Not I can go in the rabbit hole, but y'all know what I'm talking about. We are our brothers and sisters keeper. But yeah, good show, man. Good show. We can go ahead and end it right there. Because like I said, I could really talk about it and really dwell on it for the rest of the evening. But let us know in the comments if you really feel if you watching our show and you feeling some type of way right now, you feeling stressed, you feeling overwhelmed, please hit us up and come to our Facebook group. I promise you. We have a lot of fun there. I might can't prescribe you anything, but I may can give you some advice. And you take it however you want to take it, man. So you got anything you want to add, bro?
Not at all.
So we're gonna get up out of here, man. This has been the Back Porch Show with your man Fonz.
Man, Quan.
And we are out.